Anthropic just paid 52 developers to learn a new Python library. Half got an AI assistant, half didn't. The AI group scored 17% lower on the comprehension test. And here's the part nobody saw coming. They weren't actually faster either. So they lost the skill, and they didn't get the speed they were supposed to be trading it for. That's two things at once, which means the trade most of us think we're making with AI, accept some skill loss, get some speed back, wasn't even on offer here. I want to walk you through what the study actually showed, because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it, and it changes how you think about every AI tool you use. The study comes from Judy Hanwen Shen and Alex Tamkin at Anthropic. Randomized control trial, 52 professional developers. The task was learning a new asynchronous library called Trio in 35 minutes. Half were told to use an AI assistant, half were told not to. Then everyone took the same comprehension quiz with no AI. The quiz was the test of what they'd actually learned. The AI group scored about 2 grade points lower than the no AI group. Cohen's D of 0.738. In plain English, that's real sizable effect, not a statistical noise. And the gap was widest on the debugging questions. We'll come back to that. It's the most important part. Here's the bit that surprised me. On average, the AI group wasn't faster. People stayed about the same total time on task. They just shifted from coding to interacting with the assistant. Some of them spent 6 minutes composing a single query in a 35-minute task. That's not a productivity story. But the averages hide the real story. The researchers watched every screen recording and found 6 distinct ways people used the AI, and the pattern split cleanly in half. 3 patterns scored low, between 24 and 39% on the quiz. 3 patterns scored high, between 65 and 86. And the split wasn't about tool choice or experience level, it was about whether the person stayed cognitively engaged while using the AI. Let me give you the patterns themselves. These are real things you can recognize in your own work tomorrow morning. The 3 losing patterns share a structure. AI delegation. Hand over the task, paste the result, move on. Progressive reliance. Start engaged, drift into delegation as the clock ticks. Iterative debugging. Ask the AI to fix things you don't understand over and over without ever stopping to learn why it broke. The 3 winning patterns share a different structure. Conceptual inquiry. Ask the AI questions, but write the code yourself. Hybrid code explanation. Ask for the code with the explanation embedded. Generate, then comprehension. Get the code, then ask the AI to teach you why it worked. You probably noticed the pattern. Every winning approach treats the AI as a thinking partner. Every losing approach treats it as a vending machine. It's not about whether you use AI. It's about whether you stay in the work while you do. Now here's where it stops being just a study and starts being an organizational problem. The biggest skill gap wasn't on the conceptual questions. It was on debugging. The no AI group hit errors and resolved them. That's how they actually learned what the library did. The AI group skipped past the errors. Their code worked the first time. More often than not, they never built the muscle. Now think about the dominant workflow proposal for AI in software right now. AI writes the code, humans review it, sometimes packaged as human in the loop. That whole safety story depends on a workforce that can read code well enough to catch what's wrong with it. But if AI assistance during the formation period systematically removes the error encountering loop that builds review skills, you're producing a workforce structurally unable to do the review you've designed your safety story around. That's not a future risk, it's a workflow being deployed today. So back to the productivity claim. AI makes you faster. The fine print based on this study is only if you stay cognitively engaged, and the empirical pattern says most people won't. For individuals, how you use the tool matters more than which tool you use. Asking for code without asking for an explanation is a learning shortcut that costs you compounding interest later. For teams, if you're scaling junior contributions with AI, errors aren't frictions to eliminate. They're where skill formation actually happens. Removing them feels like productivity, but produces fragility. And for organizations, the AI workflow you're designing may assume a level of human capability you're actively eroding through that same workflow. It's not a contradiction you can prompt your way out of. It's an architectural one. The original framing that AI is a productivity tool was always a little off. AI extends the cognitive work you're already doing. Without that work underneath, the extension produces motion without progress. AI doesn't make you better. It exposes whether you were already doing the work. If you want to go deeper on this, I wrote a longer piece on what it means for how teams should be designing AI workflows. The link is in the description. The original Anthropic study is linked there too. It's worth reading the patterns yourself. That's the one thing to take away. Watch how you use it, not whether.